Social media is a new hotspot for regulated professionals. Regulators continue to grapple with the influence of social media and the impact it has on professionals and their practice. Professionals' use of social media can be controversial and has caused some professionals to find themselves under scrutiny by their regulatory body. Generally, social media is considered to be a form of advertising. Regardless of whether it's paid or unpaid, or the medium used, if the form of medium has as its primary purpose the promotion of the professional, a service they provide, or the communication of the availability of professional services, regulators view this within their jurisdiction. In addition to this, regulators often will be concerned with the professional's use of social media, even if it doesn't relate to their practice per se, especially if the social media usage identifies the individual as a member of that profession. Regulators also view social media usage as potentially impacting how the public views professionals and the profession itself. Professionals who use social media are expected to keep their professional, legal, and ethical obligations in mind at all times. Social media usage should not interfere with the professional and respectful relationship with clients, colleagues, co-workers, or staff. We have to remember that once something is out there in the webverse, it really is no longer private. That said, there can be significant differences between one's personal account, where only close family and friends have access, and an account that is limited to those with authorized access, but not necessarily. As long as the purpose of these accounts remains promotional, public-facing, and related to someone's profession and/or professional services, a regulatory body may take issue with their posts. It's always beneficial for a professional person to assume that their regulatory body can or may see their posts, and to conduct oneself accordingly. Professionals are also generally expected to maintain professional boundaries with clients online and avoid friending or following a client in a personal capacity. Client privacy must also be respected and maintained at all times. Hashtags are a means of helping other social media users find your content. However, hashtags are also a means of communicating with other social media users about the content of your post and often form part of the message itself. Therefore, hashtags are likely to be considered a form of advertising when they are promotional in nature, reinforce your brand, or relate to your professional services. That is to say, even if you did not yourself post on social media, encouraging the use of a particular hashtag to promote your services to the public could be characterized as a form of advertising in and of itself. Accordingly, when using hashtags or promoting the use of a hashtag, they should be professional and compliant with advertising requirements. Regulators often view comments made on your posts as being part of your own social media. Some regulators recommend monitoring comments where possible and removing discriminatory or unprofessional comments. Certainly, the professional person should have a policy around comments. Some regulators also caution that positive comments could be viewed as testimonials, and many regulators actually prohibit the use of testimonials. Sometimes closing comments is actually the easiest option. In terms of encouraging others to share your social media or using people like influencers, this too can be complicated. Again, such conduct may be viewed as a testimonial and can be problematic. Also, dealing with influencers does have the potential to place the professional in a conflict of interest position. The short answer is carefully. Assume that all content on the internet is public and accessible to all, including your regulatory body. Make sure you're familiar with your regulator's policies or guidance documents on social media and advertising. Consider your own reputation, the reputation of the profession, and the public trust when you're posting. Be sure to always maintain client confidentiality and privacy. Remember that sometimes the mere removal of a name does not mean that your client cannot be identified. Similarly, be wary of posting advice through social media. There is a difference between advice and disseminating generic information for educational or information sharing purposes. Remember that social media platforms are constantly evolving. Consider how professional expectations will apply in any given set of circumstances. For more information, feel free to contact us at rosensunshine.com.